Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for joining us today as we kick off IBC 2018. And welcome at Panasonic for the press briefing coming in a few seconds, starting by myself, which are Panasonic. We are delighted today that you could be here. My name is André Méterian, and I'm the director for Panasonic Professional Video System Business for Europe, Russia, CIS, Africa and Middle East, so-called EMEA. The aim of today's short briefing is to give you a taste of the new product and technologies that we have on the booth, as well as an introduction of to the innovation we will bring to the market over the coming weeks and months. If you would like further information or on anything you will hear today, please do speak to a member of Panasonic staff. There is also a press pack available for those who don't have one already. And so I will just start my presentation on our strategy and key directions. For the past 3 years, our goals have been to evolve from a product-oriented approach of being a solution provider while keeping our leading position as an R&D based and innovative company. To do so, we have been continuously implementing new elements to our core business to broaden our horizons. For example, we took advantage of the success of our remote camera products to build solutions around innovative third-party collaborations, such as robotic system you can see on the booth today, the support of new protocol, and new tracking solutions. By expanding our studio camera and switcher lineups, we are now also gaining market share quickly in the live event and staging markets. We are also now bringing to the market and distributing new products and technologies. They are ideally complementing our current portfolio, on which help create high-value solutions for our customers. Let's take the example of the brand new IP media processors and IP studio cameras, opening the way to media over IP implementation on the market. There is as well today announced the brand new 8K region of interest system, allowing to rethink entirely the way live production is managed. We are also teaming up with the Panasonic Visual Division, which provide a wide range of projector and professional display to offer an even wider portfolio to our AV customers. We started to be active in Europe in the live production market since 2015. This is only 3 years ago when we introduced our studio camera. We are pleased to announce today that we delivered over 1,500 units of studio camera in Europe since their introduction. This is a remarkable success, and we intend to put more and more energy into this category. Even so, our best-known European customer still being the Spanish company MediaPro, which is using more than 400 of our HD and 4K studio camera. We are gaining numerous renowned customers such as Euromedia Group, NEP, CT, and other key players in Europe. One of our most recent projects is with Stream Team, the Finland-based company who acquired 45 units of UC3000 4K camera in conjunction with 55 remote 4K camera to deliver live and every week OK games in the Nordics. In Sweden, the company HDR also just built a new hobby van using for the first time 4K studio Panasonic camera. So based on the last future source data, our market share for 2018 is 17% in the global market camera, and our sales account, where we think the market is, means the mid-range and mid-size market, Panasonic market share is now about 40%. After 3 years entering this market, this is, we believe, a quite intensive and nice result. Our studio cameras are, of course, not only used for live production. They found their way to studio as well, along with our well-known PTZ camera. Our most recent success in terms of studio integration is with France Television, the main public broadcaster in France and a major European company. We just completed the delivery of a tender for robotic camera, and which led us to deliver close to 300 remote camera to them, mainly HE130. We just started as well this summer to replace all the France Television studio camera, both for the studio and home events. Thanks to our new generation studio camera, we are also able to provide affordable pricing to our customers and help them to control their costs better. Our PTZ are at home in traditional broadcast studio, of course, which literally hundreds of TV channels using them around the globe, either as main camera or in conjunction with studio cameras. They are also used for many other applications such as reality TVs. This is a demanding application, and the camera can be used anywhere, any place, 24/7. Fortunately, our PTZ cameras are well known for their ruggedness and their excellent picture quality even in low light environment. The ease of use of our product is key for our success. On top of that, as IP pioneers, when it comes to PTZ, our cameras are simple to install, configure, and maintain, using traditional IP networks. Among all our customers in the reality market, certainly the most well-known one, as we can mention today, would be Big Brother. We are delivered across several countries in the world. We, of course, have many more that you can see on the screen, just like House of Talents or X on the Beach, and so on. Moving away from the broadcast world, our sales also grow in the corporate and AV office market, where, once again, PTZ in conjunction with studio camera and switchers makes the difference. The priorities in the for the system integrators are easy integration, picture quality, and IP features, which are precisely Panasonic solutions' main advantages. Thinking about some of the successes that we could achieve in the corporate and office market, we started to equip the Swedish Court of Justice last year, and we already delivered over 500 units. We have key customers in all markets, from automotive, like BMW, banking, Société Générale, a lot of universities, parliament, and governments. Then our VariCams on the production market has proved to be the right tool for a new way of producing content in native 4K and have been adopted by many productions. Among them, HBO, Amazon, and Netflix. And the reputation of the VariCams keeps on growing day after day. The best example is the recent success of Crazy Rich Asian, the new blockbuster produced by Warner Bros., directed by John Chu. This movie is the first Hollywood studio film to feature Asian in leading roles since 25 years. This huge success has topped the box office for the third week in a row in the US and is released across most of the Europe this week, at the end of this week, sorry. It has been shot with VariCam Pure, a version of the VariCam 35 that is using a Codex 02 module to record the best possible picture. As renowned DOP Vanya Chernyul simply put it, I knew VariCam was the right tool for the challenge of Crazy Rich Asian because of its versatility and robustness. The option of capturing the film in 4K VRAW of the sensor that I trusted, I knew well, made this choice a no-brainer. Congratulations to the production of Crazy Rich Asian, and congratulations to the VariCam for breaking into Hollywood. Because our activity is to connect people and solutions, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to our new product and innovations for IBC 2018, let me introduce you our special guest today, DOP Matthias Bollinger, who will reveal in a few minutes the winner of our EVA contest, Share Your Vision. Matthias, can you please join me?
Thanks. Thank you, Andre. So, a warm welcome from my side. Matthias Bolliger is my name. I'm Swiss and German DOP, living and based in Hamburg. And in the last 4 years, I had quite some experience with different Varicam, with the whole Varicam family. So, from the 35 to the LT, even to the EVA1. And some month ago, the contest started, Share Your Vision. And I'm here to give you a bit an insight what we chose and what was provided to us in over 100 entries to the competition of shooting with Varicam and the EVA1. We had quite a big lineup of stuff provided to us: video clip, dance videos, documentaries, corporate videos, ads, and classic shorts. So it was quite a big amount to choose from. And a lot of stuff were very poetic, very crazy, very touching, and inspiring and experimental at the same time. So it was a hard choice. We had a lot of stuff to choose from. The jury panel consisted of 3 members, 3 filmmakers. There is Alan Schneider, American filmmaker, Johnny Durango, US DOP, and myself, Matthias Bolliger, as a European cinematographer. So with the title Share Your Vision, we thank everybody who joined this event, this contest, who provided their content. We had about 53 entries really to choose from, and I would make it short, and we go to see who is our winner in the categories fiction and in the category non-fiction. So, going one step further, I have 2 nice envelopes here to open and to announce who is the winner of 5,000 euros or $6,000. We start with the category fiction from the Varicam and EVA1 2018 film contest, and the winner is Anders Øvergaard from Norway for Ocean. It is a short film about an urban girl coming home to her childhood's countryside. A very poetic and touching short film. Nice observation of the main protagonists, her feelings and emotions. We watch her and her appearance and faces change. Perfect piece of fine art with the cameras. So we are very glad that Ocean is our winner in the category fiction. Next one to go. Next envelope to come. We have non-fiction, and we open that. And our number 1 of the 2018 Varicam and EVA film contest in the category non-fiction is Gabe Dinsmore from the United States for Sage. I really want to stress, maybe you can have a look on it. It's a very important documentary about street violence in Baltimore, a must-see, very emotional, thrilling, and moving. Great work. Please check it out, Sage. So that's it from my side, from the jury side, and we are very grateful for everybody who joined us with their work and their fine art. So looking forward for more work to come, more features on more documentaries to be produced. Thank you very much, and congratulations to the winners. Andre, back to you.
Thank you very much, Matthias. So, I hope you have a great IBC, and now I will hand over to Guilhem, who will introduce our new products and new innovation for IBC 2018. Guilhem, please.
Thanks, Andre. So unfortunately, I didn't win anything, except the fact that I can do this presentation. So good morning, I'm Guilhem. I'm the head of product marketing and business development for Panasonic in Europe. It's a pleasure to speak to you today, and I will take you through all the announcements for this year IBC. So let's start now with the studio cameras. Here you can see our UHD studio camera current lineup and roadmap. We introduced 2 years ago the UC3000, which was our first 4K camera, and also the first studio camera to use a large MOS sensor. This technology proved to be the best and the only one in the market to offer at the same time excellent sensitivity, 4K resolution, and affordable pricing. Expanding on the success of that, we released a few months ago the UC4000 that you can see in the middle, which is now our new flagship studio camera. New at this IBC is the support of HD high frame rate up to 4 times, media over IP boards for the CCU, and wireless applications. We are developing currently new features and also new imagers like 4K and 8K for future models in order to be ready for the 8K coverage of the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. Of course, our HD models are still available and supporting HDR and HFR. So our new UC4000s come with a new generation Super 35 imager. With 4.4 million pixel count and 180p scanning mode, this camera sets a new standard on the market by offering spectacular resolution and sensitivity while staying at an affordable price level. It's able to output 4K directly out of the 12G SDI output of the camera head, and the CCU offers the best flexibility on the market while being super compact and easy to integrate. Our UHD cameras can handle simultaneous HDR and HDR output, which is also a strong request from the market from customers actually producing HDR contents. New at this IBC, the support of selectable HD HFR, as we said, up to 4 times, and most importantly, media over IP boards for the CCU. As you could see from the previous slides, Panasonic is offering the best solution to meet the 4K challenge at the moment regarding studio cameras. Our current market share, as André mentioned, is 17% of the global market and 40% of the mid-range studio camera market. This is huge. So to make a long story short, it means that our cameras are now very well accepted on the market, and customers are realizing now the great value that they offer, and they consider now Panasonic as a key studio camera provider. We are also happy to show several wireless modules that can be used with our studio cameras, both in HD and UHD. Made by Vislink, Videosys and SVP, they allow to remote our cameras and transmit video over HF using external boxes that can be easily attached to the camera bodies. This is an answer to the need for compact wireless systems that our partners can sell or rent to complement our studio cameras in order to integrate them easily in any news cover, sports events, and so on. Vislink will demonstrate the system in UHD along with our UC4000 on their booth. And Videosys also will display the system on their booth. Moving on now to video over IP. So everyone is talking now about video over IP at the moment, but it means different things to different people. As soon as video is carried over IP, it can be called video over IP. And with other data than video being carried also in the stream, we can call this media over IP. Now, like actual video standards, there are different levels of media over IP that can be used depending on the environment and needs. So media over IP is now becoming a reality, and now at IBC, we will show the system that you can see in the middle of this chart. So for the first time, we will show the studio camera CCU, as we said, as you can see on the left side of the chart. And we will also show our new media processors. They are used as gateways, but also as 2ME switcher mainframes, and these are the central points of the system. So we are presenting these new media processors. Currently based on SMPT 2110, all of our media over IP products are protocol agnostic and will offer what is needed from the market. The media processors can work as a gateway, means a bridge between the traditional SDI world and the IP world, and will be converting SDI signals to integrate them into IP environment. But it's also a full processor. It allows for remote operations and resources sharing with standard IP protocol. On the booth, what you can see is a media processor used as a 2ME switcher mainframe. It's totally replacing the traditional mainframe that we have usually, and it will still work exactly the same with a control panel. So for example, the media processor can be used as an 11 inputs 4K switcher or as a 22 inputs 2K switcher, because you can allocate the resources as you wish. But it could as well be used as a 64 inputs 4K multiviewer, for example, or a video server or whatever. Of course, media processor can be stacked and offer a scalable solution. Adding additional media processors simply means adding more power and getting more functions. As mentioned during this IBC, we are showing for the first time a CCU supporting video over IP. So it consists of the UCU600 CCU. It's already working with our studio cameras, the UC3000 and UC4000, and it simply means installing the dedicated board inside of the CCU. So its availability is set to December 18, and it's shown, of course, on the booth. Moving on now to the switchers. On top of our switcher range, we are introducing the new HS7300. Now available in Europe, this switcher allows for a large number of inputs and the flexibility requested for high-end shows and live coverages. The resources of the mixer can be used differently depending on if you use the HD mode or the 4K mode. For example, the switcher can offer up to 72 inputs and 42 outputs when used in HD mode, or 18 inputs and 9 outputs when used in 4K mode. It offers up to 10 DVE and 8 key per ME, and up to 4 upstream keyers and 4 downstream keyers. Internal resources are sufficient to process all effects in true 4K and deliver, of course, the best 4K quality possible. Moving on now to PTZ cameras. So here is a newcomer into our lineup, much awaited brand new UE150. Complementing our bestseller, the HD130, by offering 4K, the UE150 becomes our new flagship model and our most advanced all-in-one PTZ to date. It will be available in December with a tentative RRP of 11K euros. First of all, it's the first 4K 50p compact PTZ on the market, and it's also equipped with a very flexible lens, which offers both 20 times zoom, optical, and the best wide angle on the market with 75 degrees. On top of this, the intelligent zoom features a 30 times seamless zoom. The UE150 supports HDR HLG and the equivalent to BT 2020 color space. Now, on top of all these features, which makes the UE150 an excellent camera, it also comes with a ton of new cutting-edge features on top, such as HD crop and NDI HX, and many more. So basically, the UE150 is the first 4K 50p PTZ on the market. Indeed, when it comes to UHD, especially for broadcast applications, 50p is a must, and this is exactly what UE150 delivers. Excellent, natural, and smooth pictures in any environment. Capturing the best quality picture is not enough. You also need to capture the whole scene, especially when dealing with some specific rooms or camera positioning. This is where the 75 degrees wide angle comes into play, but it's not all. Shooting with the UE150 is already comfortable thanks to the 20 times optical zoom. But now you can also use a brand new, fully optimized seamless zoom up to 32 times. And should you require to put the camera even 50 meters away from the center of attention, it's no problem. With the HD crop feature, the zoom becomes up to 40 times. So to make a long story short, UE150 will really be the main choice for all live events, such and concerts, and sports. Another huge benefit, the camera can output UHD and HD signals at the same time from several outputs. So the HD crop feature allows to cut several HD shots out of one single 4K shot. To make it simple, for example, it's possible to output a wide-angle 4K signal out of the HDMI output, for example, while having an HD crop signal out of the SDI output at the same time. Means you can get two different shots with different focal angles out of one single camera. To make this even better, the HD crops, up to 3 of them, can be set, monitored and controlled by the new RP150 controller. So alongside the UE150, we are releasing the RP50 controller. It's new, of course, sleeker design, lots of added features, and it's our most advanced controller to date. Main improvement is a 7-inch LCD screen and a new joystick allowing for one-hand operations. It will be available in December at the same time as UE150. So to finish with the PTZ camera presentation, we are glad to announce that Panasonic holds the #1 position in the European PTZ camera market. Also a great achievement, our market share is more than 70% in the broadcast market for high-end compact PTZ. Many thanks again to all our partners and customers to make this possible and for trusting our PTZ cameras so much. Moving on now to ENG solutions. We have this year a new addition to the lineup with the PX5100. This camera is still based on a very high-end 2/3-inch 3-mode sensor and will thus be compatible with all usual B4 broadcast lenses. It can be controlled with a studio camera RCP, as you can see on the bottom, the P2 app by IP, and will also offer RTSP and RTMP streaming along with QoS, and of course it's compatible with P2Cast. Camera brings in new features such as HDR HLG, and shooting in HDR with this camera is made very easy for the operators thanks to several HDR shooting assist tools. For example, cameraman can easily switch between SDR and HDR monitoring in its viewfinder by simply pushing on a button. The availability for this new camera is set for December 18. Moving on now to new technologies. Among the most impressive technologies that our R&D department is currently working on is the 8K region of interest system. This fully scalable system is using one or more 8K box cameras. It allows to rethink entirely the production process when it comes to coverage of live and staging events. Our goal is to help our customers to upgrade their current processes while helping them saving a lot on costs as well. So what is the 8K region of interest system that we call in short 8K ROI? The basic concept is to use a big 8K global canvas from a camera and to take out several HD pictures out of it. One 8K camera can then generate 4 different shooting angles at the same time simply by outputting different parts of the sensor. 8K also offers a wider angle image compared to 4K, allowing to embrace a wider scene. In short, you can improve operations efficiency by reducing the number of cameras and operators compared to a traditional production process. So 8K ROI is at home in different kinds of applications, the most obvious being sports events. You can understand the basic concept from this slide. The traditional way of capturing a sport event is to position several cameras around the field with one operator per camera. Now, with the 8K ROI system, it is possible to reduce the number of cameras and operators because one camera can provide several feeds and all cameras can be managed remotely by one single operator. It is then possible to cover more events with the same number of cameras and same number of operators. For staging applications, the concept remains the same. So with this 8K ROI system, one camera can provide several feeds and they can be managed remotely. On top of all that, the cameras are also linked, meaning that the cutout selected on the main camera will be used to control automatically the cutouts from the other cameras. This allows to follow the action very easily. One of the biggest challenges that needs to be overcome when using parts of the sensor in a camera is that due to the lens, the picture is not exactly the same everywhere in the sensor. So to solve this, the 8K ROI system is equipped with a special algorithm designed to correct automatically the distortions coming from the lens to always get a natural looking picture. Let's talk now about some new collaborations that Panasonic is initiating at IBC. To continue offering solutions around our core products, we just closed a distribution agreement with Polcam. It's a the Autopod in question is a remotely operated and programmable telescopic elevation unit for use with rigs, cranes, remote heads, cameras, and more. The unit can be used as a standalone system on a stage, in a studio, or a conference venue. It's great for the spectators whilst not interfering with the artists, players' action, presenters, or the sequence being shot. Of course, it will be shown on the booth. New at IBC as well is the announcement that Panasonic will be distributing the Studio in a Box, developed by QuickLink. The QuickLink Studio in a Box is a portable, bidirectional calling solution in real time with full duplex audio. It can provide instant resources that can be used in various locations. To ensure the best video quality, a Panasonic PTZ is mounted directly inside of the system. It can be used even for non-professional video users. The camera, lighting, and audio can be also fully controlled and managed remotely by an operator from any web browser. As well, this system will be shown on the booth. Moving on now to the last part, our production products. As mentioned a few minutes ago by Andre, the native 4K images produced by the VariCam have been adopted for many productions. But VariCam is not only an excellent camera for cinema production, it can also be used for live coverage as well. Indeed, large sensors cameras are used more and more for live, mostly to get the cinema look and to be able to take advantage of the camera high performances in terms of dynamic range and resolution. Also, dual ISO feature of the VariCam allows to overcome the f-drop induced by the lens adapters. On the booth, we will show a unique 4K live workflow using a new camera system designed by DTS, using the 4K raw data from the VariCam. DTS is now offering a complete turnkey solution based on a fiber adapter, base station with protocol conversion, and a specific Panasonic onboard for debayering the VariCam signal. Using large sensor cameras is quite interesting because it can give a completely different look to the pictures. But of course, this should not be limited to very high-end only cameras such as the VariCam. This will be applied for the EVA One as well, our new compact Super 35mm camera, so that for live events, customers can benefit from the 5.7 million pixel sensor and the dual ISO features as well. Simply using a simple USB to LAN adapter, we can now connect the EVA One to CyanView products. The goal being to use the RCP to control several EVAs at once with no delay. On top of that, some additional modules can be added, like the VP4 CCU, allowing to apply 3D LUT and paint settings, and the CIO, which allows to power the cameras from PoE Plus and gives TOLI. EVA One is now ready to bring us amazing picture quality to any live coverage. Of course, these systems are shown on the booth and on the CyanView booth as well. So that wraps up the presentation for today. Thank you for joining us. Please see our PR team to grab a press kit or to arrange a booth tour. Or should you require an interview in the next 5 days, it will be our pleasure. Thanks again. Thanks for attending. And great IBC.